Hello YouTube, Jeff Kelly here. I've been reloading these 22 Remington Jets for some time now, and I just wanted to do an update video on something that I found out the other day. I was trimming the cases for the Remington Jet on my Redding 2400 trimmer, and I thought that it would be easier to get a trim die just by the volume of the case that you have to actually take off with the trimmer. It was kind of getting my arm a little tired. So I got the trim die, and I just wanted to show you what happens when you use the trim die, which I think is pretty good, but we'll just run you through the process here and show you what happens when you're doing the Remington Jet. The Jet's a good example because it really starts from a 357 Magnum cartridge, and you have to anneal the cartridge, and you've got to run it through several different forming dies. You've got to run it through about 5 dies in order to get this round made. So I've already made another video on this showing you the annealing process, but I just wanted to show you the process that again with the trim die in the mix. So let's get started. Okay, just quickly, here's where it all starts with the 357 Magnum Starline brass case. Then I've already annealed this case. Here you can see where the annealing stops on it. You have to do about 8 seconds on the torch, and that does it pretty good. You don't want to get the annealing down too far because you want to keep that case head strong. So that's the second step. Now let's take a look at how this thing goes through the dies. You first have to use the Imperial lube, which is right here, and put that on every cartridge that you do before you run them through the dies. It makes it a lot better, and it saves wear and tear on your dies. So let's start with this annealed cartridge. Okay, we got our shell in our shell holder here, and we're going to start with the first die, which is right there, and this takes the head down just a little bit. So let's run this up inside the die and put a little pressure on it, and that's what you get right there. Just takes it in just a little bit. So let's go to this next die here and run it up and take it in just a little further, and there is the shell after that process. Now you go to the full sizing die, and this kind of takes it down to where you want it. Okay, so that's getting it to look a little bit more like it. And then the next die here, this is the mouth expanding die. This is a Hornady die. The first two were Redding. The full length was RCBS, and this is the Hornady die. So now you've got the case ready to go into the trim die, which you use a file on, and also you want to get a extended shell holder because these things are pretty short. So let's run this up through. Now you can see the top of that is just coming up just slightly. So let's put this in the tripod and see what we can do to take that off. Okay, let's take this little nub off here with this trim die. Use a pretty aggressive file there, and that's it. So you can see that that's kind of rough in there. So we'll take it over to the chamfer and deburrer. Now you do need that expander die, that neck expander die, to get it on this pilot here. So let's get this. This is all set up for the length we need, but as you can see, it's pulling off just a hair left of the brass. And I'll just chamfer and deburr this once more. And we'll see where we are on this again. All right, and let's just take a look. And it's 1.282. The measurement was 1.283, but that certainly is close enough. So now we have a case that we can load. For this load, I'm going to be using the Sierra bullets, the 22 caliber, .224 diameter, 45 grain soft point Hornet bullet. Now, if you're using a 22 Jet Smith & Wesson revolver, you have to use the .223 diameter. But since these loads are for the Thompson Contender, they recommend that you use the .224 diameter. So let's get one of these things going here. I'll be using the number 550 CCI Magnum small pistol primers in this cartridge. That's what the Sierra load recommends. And I will be using 7.9 grains of True Blue, oh sorry, not True Blue, the Blue Dot powder. So 7.9 grains of that powder. Let's load it up. Let's get a primer in here. I prefer to not use the primer feeder on this retting press because it just gets in the way and it really doesn't work that great. So let's put some powder in this here. There we go. And let's seat a bullet. All right, and let's see. There it is, right there. 22 Remington Jet. And that's about it. But I did want to bring up the fact that you do need to use the case trimmer to get it down to the proper length after you use the trimming die. So this is Jeff Kelly. Please like and subscribe, and also remember to keep up your membership or join the NRA. We need all the help we can get. See you on the next one.